In a field of green, there lies a bloom, its petals droop, filled with gloom. Once kissed by rays, now alone it stands, a sad little flower, with wilting hands. Oh, sun my love, where have you gone, leaving me in shadow from dusk till dawn? My colors fade without your fiery kiss, in this silent meadow, it's you I miss. The morning dew like tears it wears, mourning the warmth of solar flares. Rooted in sorrow in the cool earth's hug, it longs for the sun's embrace so snug. The moon has come, and the stars play, but they can't chase this flower's ache away. It dreams in the night of a bright morrow, where the sun returns to heal its sorrow. Oh, sun, my love, come back to me, dance on my leaves, set my spirit free. My petals reach out for your caress, in this quiet field, I confess, a sad flower in the shade, yearning for the light that once stayed. Until you return, I'll be missing your love, my sun, my warmth, from the skies above. In a meadow wide, 'neath the azure sky, grew a lonely flower, bashful and shy, her petals unfurled with the dawn's embrace, longing for the sun's warm, golden grace. Day by day, she'd bask in his fiery glow, dancing softly with the breezes that blow. Together they twirled in silent ballet, her hues vibrant in the light of day. But as the wheel of seasons turned to gold, the sun's ardent whispers grew distant, cold. Less and less, he climbed the morning's frame. The flower wilted, calling out his name. She missed the way he painted her world bright, the way his rays dispelled the chill of night. She missed his touch, the life within his beam. Now her colors faded, as did her dream. Days grew short, and nights stretched ever long. The silent meadow missed the sun's warm song. The flower, in her sorrow, drooped in grief. Her leaves trembled like an autumn leaf. She dreamt of days bathed in his fiery light, when her petals glowed with colors so bright. Alas, the sun was lost to winter's chill, and her heart ached for his warmth still. In her core, the memory of his kiss, that sweet, burning love, she could only miss. Once a brilliant canvas of delight, now a somber shadow, lacking light. Through the frost and through the stormy gale, her love for the sun would never pale. For she knew, beyond the cold's harsh shove, comes the spring, and with it, her sun's love. And so she waits, with hope her silent plea, for the sun to return and set her free, to bathe once more in his beloved rays, and bloom in the warmth of his gaze. In the heart of a forsaken glen, where shadows weep and sigh, there lingers a single, solemn stem, a flower born to die. Her petals, once a vibrant sheath, now tattered, shades of gray, each one a whispered tale of grief, for the sun who's gone away. He who kissed her into bloom, with rays of golden thread, has vanished, leaving bitter gloom, and skies of morning red. Night after relentless night, she shivers in the moon's cold glare, her dreams of him, snuffed out of sight, drowned in the depths of despair. Her leaves reach out for warmth in vain, the chill cuts to her core, her tears, they fall like silver rain, for love that is no more. She mourns the touch of morning's flame, his promises of light, now just a ghost within her name, lost to the endless night. The dawn no longer breaks for her, the birds no longer sing, the wind whispers of things that were, and the hurt that love can bring. The sun, her lover, life, and muse, left without a trace, no more does she bask in the hues of his once ardent embrace. For in the cruelest twist of fate, her sun sought greener fields, while she remains to weep and wait. In the shadowed glen she yields. Her roots, once firm, now frail and weak, hold to the cold, hard earth. Her stem, once strong, now barely speaks of her forgotten worth. So here she stands alone, bereft, in the silence of her pain. Her sunlit dreams, the only theft, in her heart's eternal reign. And there she'll stay in silent scream, a flower whose heart does bleed, for the sun that was her every dream, her every want and need. In the midst of a serene, sprawling meadow, there lived a solitary flower, the only one of its kind, with petals like fragments of dawn and a fragrance that whispered tales of the first light. Named Solflora, she adored the sun, who in return bathed her in his warm embrace each day, encouraging her to dance with the wind and sing with the dew. Seasons turned, as they do, and a time came when the sun had to journey afar, leaving Solflora under the watchful gaze of the moon. She missed the sun's golden rays, and under the moon's pale light, her colors dulled, and her songs turned to sighs. The moon, empathetic to her sorrow, wove silver beams to keep her warm, but it was the sun's warmth she yearned for. During the sun's absence, a shadow swept over the meadow. The trickster, a spirit who envied the sun's radiance, saw Solflora's plight and whispered promises of a light that never fades. Desperate, Solflora agreed to the trickster's bargain, not knowing that the promised light was an illusion that would steal her away from the meadow. Upon his return, the sun found not the vibrant Solflora, but a frail, spectral flower. He wept, his tears falling as warm rain, and in his grief, he neglected the world, plunging it into a season of bitter cold. The trickster reveled in the chaos, but soon, he too missed the flower's beauty, and realized the hollowness of his victory. Regretful, the trickster confessed to the sun, who in his forgiveness understood the cycle of life and death, of beginnings and ends. The sun's tears and warmth seeped into the frozen earth, reaching the essence of his beloved flower. With time, a new Solflora emerged, not the same, but carrying the legacy of the first. As cycles passed, the new flower learned of love and loss, of the sun's journey and the moon's comfort. Jealousy once again crept in as the moon and sun vied for her attention, yet she grew wise, knowing her time was fleeting. She bloomed fully, not in spite of but because of her transient life, her heart embracing both the light and the dark. And so the meadow became a canvas of the eternal dance between the sun and his flowers, a tale of love and longing, of heartbreak and healing, of the trickster's schemes and the moon's silent vigil. Each flower lived brilliantly, a temporary spark in the endless sky, each believing they were the sun's only love, never realizing that they were all part of an everlasting story of the lonely flower who misses the sun. Beneath the velvet cloak of night, a flower blooms with silver light. Its petals drink the moon's soft kiss, forsaking sun, embracing bliss. In twilight's hush, it turns away from golden rays of break of day. Its heartbeats sync with lunar tides and shadows cool where it resides. The stars, its audience above, witness this quiet act of love. A floral dance in silken gloom, a tender love for the pale moon. But sun, with warmth, seeks to embrace the flower that shuns its fiery grace. Yet still, it yearns for cooler hues, the moon's caress, the twilight's muse. In this affair of light and dark, the flower stands both strong and stark, a symbol of love's quiet power, moonstruck beauty, night's own flower. In the moonlit silence, 'neath the starry dome, lived a lonely flower, in the night her home. Gentle beams caressed her in the quiet hour. Moon, with tender glances, cherished his fair flower. Velvet petals shimmered, bathed in silver light, opening to moonbeams, blossoming at night. Moon, in awe and wonder, watched her graceful dance, lost within the moment, caught in love's sweet trance. Though the sun would beckon with his golden rays, flower turned away, in the moonlight's gaze. For the moon had whispered in a love so true, secrets of the night sky in a shade of blue. But time, ever fleeting, spun its endless tale. Moon would fade at dawn, leaving flower pale, yearning for his return through the sunlit days. In her heart, a longing, in her gaze, a haze. As the dusk descended, stars began their song. Moon returned to flower, where his heart belonged. In this cycle endless, love found its refrain. Moon and flower, together, in the night's domain. Bound by love so tender, in the moon's soft glow, flower found her solace in the love they know. Through the seasons turning, in their silent vow, moon loved his lonely flower then, forever now.